yeah! Cream of the crop! Devil Dog Gaming! Step into it!
Hello everybody, it's me, Nate, aka Devil Dog, and I'm back for another game review. That's right, this time I'm reviewing Man of Medan! Wow, what can I say about this title? Other than the fact that this is another game by Supermassive Games, the creators of Until Dawn. If you played Until Dawn, then you basically know exactly what you're going to be getting with Man of Medan. Well, other than the fact that instead of it being on a snowy resort mountaintop that you get stranded on, this time you're stranded in an evil ghost ship. But is Man of Medan, the first part of the Dark Pictures Anthology, actually worth picking up? Or is this something you should steer clear of? Well, stay tuned to my review to find out. Hello everybody, it's me, Nate, aka Devil Dog, and I'm back with another game review. This time I'm reviewing the Dark Pictures Anthology Part 1. I guess they're going to have like 3 of these. This is the Man of Medan. It was developed by Supermassive Games and published by Bandai Namco and was just released on August 30th of 2019 for the PlayStation 4, the Xbox One, and Microsoft Windows. It is a third-person horror game where you play as 5 different main characters that end up getting trapped on a ghost ship in the South Pacific Ocean. Now, this game centers heavily on your dialogue options. If you haven't ever played the classic game Until Dawn from Supermassive Games, I think it was back in the PS3. If you haven't ever played that, the best way to describe this game is almost like an interactive storybook or almost like Dragon's Lair. Now, what I mean by that is you do have somewhat total control over your characters, but it is limited to the fact of it's mainly a heavy story-based, cutscene-based, quick time event-based game. The main focus on this, though, is your actual decisions that you take from everything from quick time events, dialogue options, and just where you go and what you search in terms of your decisions you make. All the characters that you play as in this game can live and die, and once they're dead, they're permanently gone in the rest of the game, and the story will continue on without them. Now, much like the first game, Until Dawn, where you had these little statues you could find that would give you premonitions, this time there's pictures you can look at that will give you premonitions. And by doing that, it will give you an alternate version or a what-if scenario, a certain option that might present itself down the line if you want to actually get your character to survive or have a certain thing actually happen. Now, like I said with this game, graphically, it's a beautiful game. It's got some really, really good digitized characters in terms of their, the facial scanning and the emotions that are on them. And you pretty much play as these group of people that have some stuff happen and end up trapped on this ship, this rotting, hulking husk of a ship out in the ocean. I'm not going to spoil anything for you because the main thing is the story in this game. Honestly, it's nowhere near as cheesy as the story that was in Until Dawn. This one is a lot more terms of a horror game instead of the other one kind of got a little actiony near the end. But this one actually, I like the overall design of the game way better than Until Dawn's. It has a lot of much better aspects to it. The texture work and everything seems a little off, though. I will say this, I think since they switched over to Unreal 4, their original game engine they used all the way back on PS3 seemed to have better resolution. So the overall textures and resolution, it still looks great, don't get me wrong, but this does have some stuff where there are some glitchiness things. There is some slowdown at certain points in the game, and honestly, I've had some texture problems. Some about Unreal 4, a lot of times when they load a scene up, sometimes it doesn't place the texture immediately on, and it'll pop in, which kind of takes you out of the moment. But, other than that, it's honestly, I like this game way better than Until Dawn, and it's got some nice little features to it that really make it stand out and be a little bit better than Until Dawn. Now, first of all, the overall game story, This is a story of this game is heavily inspired by an actual legend about the SS Orang Medan, a ghost ship from the 1940s Dutch East Indies waters, and they pretty much took that, and that's what they made the story for this game on, and it is really neat. I actually like it. It's definitely creepy, but much kind of like Until Dawn. This game, while it does have some good horror aspects, it does focus heavily on the jump scares. Now, once again, I don't have a problem with jump scares when they're used in a proper context of the game. You can have jump scares to help heighten your mood and stuff like that. I think they get a little excessive with it. And the other thing is when you're playing this game, it is about a 5 hour or so long game. So it's not that long, but the key thing with this kind of game is the amount of replayability you get based on making different decisions throughout the adventure. When each character has different options, it's amazing how many different variations you can actually have that actually make a difference. You can have subtle things happen, even all the way down to major things happening, including the characters living or dying. And it's presented in a very graphic way, and actually a very volatile way as well. And I actually absolutely love that. Like I said, this game does play out like a choose-your-own-adventure book if you've never played Until Dawn. You may not like that. You may not like the overall control, and there are some other aspects in this that are kind of annoying, like the voice acting is hit or miss. Sometimes the voice actors do a superb job, and other times their acting is really stupid and it doesn't make sense. I mean, seriously, okay, you just had a dead body appear in front of you. It freaked you out, okay? I get that you're scared, but then the next scene you're perfectly fine. I think that's a little bit of a fault there, but it's nothing that really destroys the game. I mean, honestly, it starts off slow, but as it progresses, it does start picking up momentum and really start getting carried out of the hand near the end to where I like it. And the overall, just the variety in terms of the different things that can happen depending on your playthroughs does warrant multiple playthroughs. Now, unlike Until Dawn, this comes with two other things that are online that are really impressive. First of all is shared story mode, where you can play online with a friend. Now, what that means is you'll play as one character while the other person also play as another character. And while you're doing something, the other person's off doing something too. And it's really neat because there's certain things that only one character will get to do while the other will get to experience something else. So it adds a little bit more replayability to the game, and it makes it a lot funner actually playing with a friend. You can actually help or hinder your buddy that you're playing with, which is really kind of cool. I like that. So if you want to be a jerk, you can kind of make it to where you can get the other person killed, and it is kind of funny. And I do like the fact of the versatility of this to where it does actually change a good amount of the game. I'm impressed with that. Now, the other mode is known as Movie Night, and this is strictly basically your standalone couch co-op adventure for up to 5 people, where basically you'll all be playing at your place, chilling, have a couple brewskis, and it'll tell you on screen when to hand a controller to the next person who's playing a character, and you'll take turns controlling each character and trying to either get them through, trying to get your buddies killed, or just having a blast playing this game. And honestly, for the even though it's only 5 hours long, and it does have some slight graphical hitches and some slowdown, if you can get past the corniness of some of the dialogue, for the price point of only $30 or so for this, you can get well over 15 to 20 hours worth of fun out of this game. And honestly, that's only if you like this style game. If you are more heavily focused in an action-oriented game where you have total control over your character, this game is not for you. I would recommend possibly renting it if you can find it at a Redbox or a local video store, or wait until it goes on sale if you haven't actually played Until Dawn. Like I said, if you did not like Until Dawn, you will not like this game. This game is just like Until Dawn. You're going to basically have parts where you slowly move your character. They never really run either. Even when you hold the quote run button down, they walk briskly. And honestly, that's kind of stupid, because if you just had some dude try killing you, I think you'd be hauling ass through this place to try to get out. I mean, there's scripted parts that really happen, and honestly, the scripted storyline in this game and the versatility of the different options you have really lead to a lot of good replayability. And even though they don't quite deliver 100% on the character development to where you really like these characters, they're fleshed out enough to where you can actually understand their motivations and have no problems playing along with them. This is a violent, it's a gory, it's a creepy, and it's a scary game. And it, like I said, if you like games like Dragon Slayer or like those classic choose your own adventure books where you get to make decisions that honestly change the outcome of the game, this game with multiple endings and multiple ways for all your characters to live and die for only $30, I can recommend picking it up. Now keep in mind, this is just the first out of a 3-part series, and each other series is going to focus on completely new characters and a completely new story. Now, one other thing I almost forgot to point out is as you're playing through this game, there'll be certain parts where halfway through it'll stop and you'll go to this guy who is pretty much telling you the story, and he'll give you pointers if you ask him, and he'll tell you like, okay, you got this guy killed, you got this guy saved. And honestly, like I said, it's pretty similar to Wait Until Dawn played out, and it's got some unique twists. So I can say for the price point of $30, if you were a fan of Until Dawn, go ahead and pick up the Man of Medan today. I guarantee you, at least with the co-op modes they've included with this game, if you did like Until Dawn, you will absolutely love this title. But if you didn't and you hated Until Dawn, please stay away. This was Nate, aka Double Dog. I want to thank each and every one of you for watching this video. Please hit that bell icon to stay updated whenever I release any new videos. Hit that like button if you like this video. It always helps my channel out a lot. And I always end my videos by saying, have fun, play hard, and remember people, the devil is in the details. Peace out.